With another handmade holiday gift idea. This one is super fun and I'm excited. We're going to be making some reusable hand warmers, or you could even use them as like the eye masks that you can either freeze them or put them in the microwave. So we are going to make those, and we'll get started after I quickly do my shares here real quick. So check in when you're here so I know that you're watching so I can say hello. Hi Megan, how are you? Good morning, Gina. I'm almost there. Oops. Stop. Okay, there we go. Go. It takes a while to think sometimes. So, Gina knows I've been making these little hand warmers. What is happening? No. Just want to go here. I've been making these little hand warmers or eye masks, or you can make them in lots of different sizes so that you can use them for different things. I've made, good morning Linda, I've made them in, I made them really big so you can put them across your neck, or I've made them in like a U shape so you can drape them down. My husband uses them for when he gets a twinge in his neck. So we're gonna make those. So in the description of this video, there's the link to the blog where you can find the template, which looks like this little guy. Well, not exactly because I colored on him, but so you're gonna want to print this out, and you can either print it and use it as a stencil or cut it with your cutting machine, which either way, I actually cut it out by hand today. Can you believe it? Because he's fairly simple. So print this out and then trace it using a pencil or a pen, whatever. It's going to be on the inside, so it doesn't really matter what you use. So that's the first thing you need is this. And then since these will go in the microwave. So that's awesome, Gina. These are going to go in the microwave. So you want all cotton. Everything needs to be cotton. So this is just a plain cotton. I didn't get anything. It doesn't even have like an image on it, because some of them have like a metallic on them now, and I don't know how that would do in the microwave. So proceed at your own risk if you get it with like the shiny metallic on it. Good morning. And then cotton thread too. You want to find a cotton thread because you're going to stick it in the microwave, so you don't want it to burn or start a fire. Hi Andy. So that's what we need. We need cotton fabric, which, like I said, I've traced and cut this guy. There's actually two of them. So just trace it on one, fold the fabric in half, trace it, and then cut it out together so you don't have to cut it twice. And then just leave it together, okay? And then you also need, there's a couple options. You can use, I think I use flaxseed in Gina's, which is just this guy. And it looks like, if you've never seen it, let's see, I don't want to pull too much out, but it looks, let's see if I can even show you. It's just these tiny little, like brown seeds, like that. I will post this to my YouTube. Have you guys all subscribed to my YouTube channel? I've been putting everything on there after the replay is over. So this is what the flaxseed looks like. You can use flaxseed, which I really like. It's smaller, and I kind of think it's a little bit nicer when you use it in these things. But it's not as, I just got that everywhere. None of that went back into the bag when I tried to do it. It's not as common or easy to find, and it's a little more expensive than just rice. So this is just plain old white rice. You don't need to see this. You know what white rice looks like. It's not long grain, short grain, white rice. Good morning, Kathy, how are you? I'm like, this is a mess already. So rice or flaxseed, those are the two things I use. Those are the two things I use for these. So you choose whichever you like better. And then I also have, which I don't use very often because apparently, I don't know, I don't know why I bought a 1 pound bag of this, but this is lavender, And literally, like, you just need a pinch if you want to use it. So this will probably last me until, I mean, I'll probably die with this. They're probably going to bury me with this, so, because I have so much of it. But it smells so, so good. So this, I just like adding this into my little hand warmers. And I like it, especially when you're doing it as a mask. It's nice for relaxation. So, and that's the other thing. If you don't want to do this as a gingerbread man, do it as a square or a circle. Or like I said, just a long rectangle. A long rectangle will lay real nice right over your shoulders here, or over this way, your shoulders, around your neck. So you don't have to do it as a gingerbread man. That's just a fun little thing we're doing today, is the gingerbread man. But make this in any shape you want. So stay around and watch the tutorial, even if you don't want to do a gingerbread man, because you can make it in just about any shape. So I'm about to get all the comments for talking too much, but if you don't like it, that's what I say. So I'm just trying to give you the info you need. So that's what we've got. That's what we've got going on. We're going to start. I'm going to pin around this guy. We'll clip him. I'm going to clip him. I'm not going to pin him. Just going to clip a little bit around him. Good morning, Lucy. Hi, Kim. Okay, so I'm going to clip him all together. Right, Gina? Yeah. You guys, haters going to hate. But none of the haters who have hated before are here because I blocked them. So, all right. So now we're going to just, let me get this right. There we go. Now we're just going to sew around. And again, like I said, I'm just using a cotton thread. I should have switched out to a different color, but I didn't because this is the same color as my fabric. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go all the way around, except for right here along his side, in between his arm and his leg. I'm not going to sew. That's where I'm going to turn him out. Okay. So I'm just going to start on his leg and go around. And, cotton, plain cotton, regular 100% cotton is the best material to use, because you're going to stick it in, it's microwavable, so you want something that's not going to set on fire. But the other thing is, when you stick it in the microwave, you're not sticking in there for a really long time. Like 30 seconds is what I do max. 30 seconds is how long I put these guys into the microwave, okay? I want you to set your stitch to a really short stitch, because if you have a long stitch, these little flaxseed guys are going to wiggle out and be really obnoxious. So set your stitch to a short stitch, so that it doesn't leak and make a huge mess. And then you want to use that 1/4 inch. Don't do any less than a 1/4 inch, because it'll, again, leak out and you're going to have rice or flaxseed everywhere, okay? So I'm just sewing around. This is, if you do have a pattern, I'm sewing on the wrong side. Yeah, exactly. I'll give you the boot. I'm sewing on the wrong side of the fabric. Right sides are together, sewing on the wrong side. And I'm just going to go all the way around, except for this side that I already told you. You know, I've talked to my other blogging or people that do videos and stuff, friends, about this, but if you were sitting in a classroom, you wouldn't be like, get to the point already, like in the middle of someone teaching you something. Like, it's just, people hide behind a keyboard and think they can say whatever they want, but you can't. I'm a human. I'm giving you my time for free. I enjoy being here, but I'm still like, this is my home. Like, it's just rude. People can be rude. So if you're going to come into my home and be rude, then I can kick you out of my home, right? That's my little tangent. Minute rice will work. Whatever rice you got. Okay. Any rice is fine. You could use brown rice. I also like the flaxseed because it doesn't smell as bad. Like, not that rice smells bad, but you can smell that it's rice in there. And the flaxseed it has a different smell. At least when you're not, people aren't going to be like, sniff it and be like, oh, this is flaxseed. No, like, but if they sniff it, they're like, oh yeah, rice. Not that it matters. I mean, and the rice is a little heavier, so if you are using it for like your neck or your eyes, you might like the weight of the rice a little bit more than the flaxseed. So, totally up to you. It's a perfect, I mean, maybe get both and try and see which you like. Try both. I don't have a ton of haters, but some people think I talk too much. Some people get mad when I share my video in the beginning. But that's how you guys found me, right? Is by sharing. So. But really, like, I have a pretty thick skin. Not too bad with the lavender. I think you can use essential oils. I've never done it. I like the actual lavender, because then when you crush it around, then the smell gets re-released. I'm using just plain old cotton. Let me see. That's, Andy, that's why I'll never ask you your opinion. Just kidding. Hi. Facebook has been kicking me out lately, so it totally just randomly stopped. Hi. Maybe if somebody would be willing to comment in that other video that we started again over here, that would be super helpful. It just randomly will kick me out. I've heard lots of people are having this problem though with the Facebook right now, with Facebook Lives, that it's being super glitchy. So I'm sorry. It's not my fault. I didn't do anything. I didn't even touch the camera. It's frustrating. Ah! Oops. Oopsies. I'm back. I never left. You guys are the ones who left. Just kidding. There. Is that better? Okay. So I'm still just, you didn't miss anything. I'm still just sewing around this guy here. I don't know if anyone's able to share the link to this video in that last video while I'm live. I'll go back and share it later, but I'd really like to get through a live without having to start 3 videos. That would be really nice. But I'll throw everything onto YouTube afterwards so that you can watch it all at one time. Because apparently that's not gonna have it. Thank you, Andy. I appreciate it. And whoever shared. Wasn't Andy. So just know if it cuts us off, I'm always going to come back, or try to at least, if it'll let me. So don't leave, because I'll be back. It's just frustrating because we always lose about half of our people. Hello, Marie. I love all the exotic places we have people from. Hold on. I caught it this time. It almost fell. Okay, I'm done, so I'm almost done anyway. I'm just going to, okay, there we go. Now, so I've sewn all the way around, but except for this spot here that I've left open. So here's what we look like. We've got our guy here. Now, you're gonna take your scissors, and anywhere that there's a corner, we are going to snip. So like right here in the neck, just snip pretty close to the stitching, but not too close because you don't want to cut it. But see, I've just cut fairly close there to that stitch. So anywhere that there's a corner. You're going to snip like that. So under the armpits, between his legs. I won't show you that part. It's indecent. Okay. And then we're also going to, you want to notch. This is kind of a lot of notching, but we're going to notch around his head. You'll want to definitely notch around around his legs and his arms. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do the head, and then I want you guys to do the legs and arms when you do it, but I don't want to make you watch me cut triangles out of fabric, so I'll just do the head. Sorry, try and keep it so you can see it. Oh no, is it interrupted? Is it going in and out? Pinking shears, that could work. I don't have a good pair of pinking shears. Okay, so just like that, you'll trim up, notch his head, use your pinking shears if you have them. It's just fine. And then I would recommend you do his arms too, but I don't want to make you watch that because it's redundant to watch me snip every single thing, and it'll be fine. Okay, so then we're going to take him and we're going to turn him out, which this is a good time. I used a pencil earlier, if I could find it, to grab something for turning out. So just turn him all the way out. And just take your time. There's lots of little areas and pieces. So just do one arm at a time. Good morning, Tiffany. And use a pen to help you get the little arms out. See, we've got the top half of him out. So I think if I've shared it right, in the description of this, you can find the link for this little gingerbread man and the rest of the, I've listed all the supplies I've used in that post. So if you are interested, that's where that is. So now I've turned him out. I'm just going to use my pen one more time and just kind of run it around like his head to try and get it. Make sure everything's pushed out. Hi Jeanette, thanks for being here. And then, so everything's he's all set to go. Now, this is optional, but I like it. And this would be a fun step that the kiddos can do, is to grab some fabric markers. I am using these, but in my post I linked the Crayola ones. I have both. I don't really have a strong preference to which fabric marker. I'm not super picky about them. Okay. So I'm just drawing on. First thing I've drawn on is just his little gingerbread men. I know, it's really frustrating. Sorry guys. Maybe we have to look into like YouTube Live. I mean, I know you can stream on YouTube. That might work better because this is not cutting it. I'm literally doing nothing. Like, it's just, it says disconnected and then like it kicks me out. Like, it doesn't even give me the option to wait and see if it reconnects. Like, the whole app crashes and blacks out and then goes to my main phone screen. So I've added his little gingerbread men thing. I'm going to give him 3 little buttons. This is optional. You don't have to do this. And a mouth. Like so. You could have the kiddos do this. It'd be fun. And then we're just going to add 2 little black eyeballs. You could do more. You know, give him a bow tie if you want. You give him a little blue bow tie. Might as well. You could technically cut these out of fabric and sew them on. If you want to do that. But I'm okay with the fabric marker on this little guy. Okay. I think any rice is fine. Now, to get the rice in, this is just a plain piece of heavy duty. It's just cardstock. You know, thicker printer paper. I'm just rolling it up. And I'm going to stick it right in him here. Okay? Then we'll just use the rice since it's what I've got here. I don't know that they would be machine washable. I don't think you want to put the rice in the washing machine. I think it would really muck it up. I would just spot clean, maybe with a little, you know, like a Tide stick or something, if you have a problem. So I'm just sticking rice in there, and then I'm also just gonna give myself a little, just a handful, this is not very much, of lavender, okay? And sort of mix it up in there with the rice. You could do, yeah, make this a zipper. Make it, and put a zipper in, and then put a bag inside with the rice in it. That would work. If you want to wash them. And then I'm just kind of wiggling this around to get the rice in. Then I'm going to hold him and just kind of work the rice, and I'm going to have to do it a couple times. And then I just kind of overfill the bottom, and then once he's sewn up, there will be enough for his whole body. It doesn't have to be super full. You don't need a ton. So who's going to volunteer to come clean up my craft room now with all the rice and flaxseed and lavender? We're making kind of a mess. Okay. And the rice gets a little bit stuck. That's another reason I like the flaxseed. The rice gets a little stuck here in this funnel that we've made. So you just want to, you have to wiggle, kind of wiggle it around. I'm just going to do a couple more. Yeah, voodoo doll. He looks like a voodoo doll. When I was taking photos this morning, I'm like, he totally looks like a voodoo doll. People are going to think I'm making, like, crazy things here. So just wiggling the rice in. Is his head all filled up? I think I've got plenty now. Okay. Now, the last step is to close that guy up, close this edge up, like so. And then you could hand stitch. This is where you use a ladder stitch, if anybody is a hand stitcher. Not me. So I'm just going to use my sewing machine, and I'm going to sew as close to the edge. I don't know. I mean, I don't see why not. It seems like you could use lentils or beans. If you're not going to, you're not really going to get it wet, so I would assume they would stay nice. I don't know. So kind of just leave everything all the way down, like so. Like shake all the rice, because you don't want to sew over any rice or flaxseed or whatever. And then you're just going to sew right here as close to the edge as you can. My camera is being finicky today, so it might fall over. Again, I'm still using my short stitch here, which takes a little longer and doesn't feed as quickly, but I don't want anything to come out. I don't want any rice peeking out. Oats. Mom says you can use oats. I missed a little spot. Let me go back real quick. A little too close to the edge there. See, everybody has lots of great ideas about what to stuff this guy with. So there's lots and lots and lots of options. So the last step, well, really, is to just trim him up a little bit. Trim up his threads. Make sure we got everything. And then, oh, pebbles. Wow, I've never heard of that. So you'll just kind of, now if you move it around, you can see he's plenty full everywhere. I thought I got all these, geez, so many threads. So pebbles, corn, legumes, rice, flaxseed. I'm sure I missed some in there. Yeah, here's our little guy. And then if you are going to give it as a gift, I would definitely do a little printable with it. That's like directions. So, like this little guy, you could do a cute poem, like stick him in the microwave and warm him up for 30 seconds and it'll keep you warm and cozy. And then you can warm him up as many times as you want. So I would give directions if you plan to give it as a gift so they know, don't stick it in there for 5 minutes because it's gonna, you know, set your house on fire. So yeah, here's our little, he has a buddy because I made one this morning. Here's, well, I guess this is the lady Gingerbread and her husband. Yeah, exploding pebbles doesn't sound good. So the rice and the flaxseed, I have personally tested and tried and it works well. So I put my stamp on those two. Whatever you see in the comments, try at your own risk. I trust you guys, but you never know. So, here's our gingerbread men. So guys, I will upload these videos to YouTube so that you can find them. And then I will put the link in the blog post listed above in the description. So either share this video so you can find it later and then you'll find so you'll have the, blog post, or go to the blog post and pin it if you use Pinterest, or just save the link, whatever you choose. I used cotton, just regular old cotton and cotton thread. That's what we've used for this guy. Isn't he cute? He smells good. See, but this would be a good size for your eyes, which I'm going to need after this crazy video. And if you want, and if you use rice or flaxseed, because I've tried it with both of these, you can also just mist it with your spray, with this, mist it with some water, just lightly, like so, before you stick it in the microwave. And that way it just gets a little bit warmer and it holds the heat a little bit more when it's warm. You can stick them in the freezer too. These are good little ice packs. These would be good little boo-boo buddies. Stick them in the freezer and then they're nice and cold. They stay cold for a while. It's like an ice pack, but not as harsh. So yeah, that is that. These little guys, aren't they cute? Yeah, I mean, you can get these at the store, but we're doing handmade gifts, so it's always fun to make them by hand, and you can make any shape you want. So, you know, if your kid loves dinosaurs, you could do a dinosaur. These would be cute little buddies to stick in the stockings this year. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for being here, and sorry about the technical difficulties. I'm hoping that Facebook will get it figured out. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but like Facebook all over is really wacky lately. They're making all sorts of changes, so it's growing pains, technical difficulties. No matter where you're at on Facebook, things are just insane. So there's lots and lots of glitches there, and this app is no different. Yeah. So, yeah, I'd love more ideas for what you want to make. I'm thinking, here's some of the things I'm planning to make. I think we'll do some burp cloths, customized burp cloths. I think we're gonna make a little rag quilt. Those are two of my planned things to make. And then what do you guys want to make? Let me know. I was thinking of a stuffed animal, but we kind of already did like that dog. So I don't know if we'll do another stuffed animal. I don't know. I'm trying to think of new things to do because we've done a lot. And yes, I know you want to make pajama pants. I'm thinking about it. I'm building up my courage. I'm considering it. And we'll see. I might get there. We might do pajama pants. No promises. No promises. No, I didn't see. Were you suggesting we make microwave bowls, or you? Oh no, you're making them and you shared the picture. I haven't gone to look at the pictures yet, but I will. I'll go look at the pictures that everyone shared of what they're making. It's been kind of insane, and Facebook hasn't been giving me notifications, so I don't necessarily see when you guys are sharing and commenting and posting. So that's that. I'm trying. I'll try and go back and look through all your stuff. So hot pads, bowl hot pads. I was also thinking we could make some oven mitts. That would be fun. I've got all sorts of ideas, but I just need to know what you guys want to make. Yeah. Okay. I will see you guys. I'm going to put this on YouTube, and then yeah, I will see you guys, what did they say, on Friday. I'll be here on Friday. Have a good day. Bye.